Martin is here. So let's wait till our co-speaker Tarmo is then joining. So hello everyone as well. And if you see ChainAware speaking, this is actually Martin. And then Tarmo is joining now very fast. And then Tarmo will be then the second. Okay, Tarmo just joined now. He requested the speaking. Let's approve. Hello Tarmo, can you speak? Hello Tarmo. Tarmo, I accepted the request to speak. Did something change on your side? Maybe you send it one more time, then request to speak. Okay, it's always at the beginning. Yeah, a little mess here to do Tarmo to the speaker too. But let me try. I click on Tarmo's name. Let me new request. Approve. Hello, Tarmo. Okay. I will invite you to speak. Invite to speak. Tarmo, I sent you the invitation to speak. So let's wait a little bit till we get it running. So we have always this initial issues here to get to give up permissions to speak to Tarmo. Okay, Tarmo, I see that you are still listener. Okay, Tarmo sent a new request. Oh, there's someone else sending a request to speak. I will deny it. Yeah, let's wait a little bit. We will figure it out. So, Tarmo, at the moment I see that you are a listener, but that's all that I see. Tarmo is asking, can you hear me? No, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Okay, Tarmo is joining. Okay, he dropped off and he's joining again. Okay, every time when we're starting, there is this kind of mess. So it's always the first minutes. Yeah, a little mess here. No. Okay, I see now Tarmo is a listener. You should send a request to speak. Okay, now. Okay, I'm just waiting till Tarmo. Oh yes, finally I can hear you. We don't know what Twitter did this time. So, but whatever. Today it took 3 minutes to get connected. We have had X spaces, right? Takes us 5 minutes. So let's get started. So here is Martin and our co-speakers today, Tarmo. The topic today is AI-based wallet audit for Web3. Why? Why do we need it? So let's start. Okay, that's X-Space number 22. We do the X-Spaces every 2 weeks, and we're speaking about the AI and the Web3 intersection. And okay, let's get started. So, and we keep it in 1 hour. So usually we speak a little bit longer than 1 hour, but let's get started. Tarmo, let's start with intros so that our new listeners could learn as well a little bit more who we are. It's like a credibility. Tarmo, would you like to start with the introduction?
Hello, everybody. My name is Tarmo. I'm a distinguished architect, co-founder ChainAware, co-founder Smart Credit. I am ex-chief architect of Finova. It's the largest Swiss banking platform. I was architect by Credit Suisse some 11 years, overall 25 years in architecture profession. I have one PhD by Nobel Prize winner. For masters, CFA Kaya built over 200 applications. And this is short about me. Martin, back to you.
Okay, and I'm a co-founder of ChainAware. So my background, so before ChainAware, and we did smart credit. Now, before I worked 10 years for the Credit Suisse in Zurich as a VP. And before this, actually, I'm coming from the startup industry. So I have launched before then Credit Suisse, I launched 4 successful products. Okay, and some products which were maybe didn't have so high market penetration, but yeah, 4 successful. They had, I think 20 years ago, like 250,000 users, now maybe 350, maybe 500. I don't know. I haven't asked. So anyhow, I'm coming from startup industry. And then after Credit Suisse, then both Tarmo and me, we then jumped directly into the Web3. Now, my educational background, I have 4 master degrees. I'm a CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst. So like in Credit Suisse, it's better to be CFA. And okay, Tarmo has many degrees too, me too. And why we are mentioning this, it's not that we want to show off. It's more like just to say that we have a certain expertise. Now, we are very practical guys. We are the guys who are oriented on the delivery, on the products. We are speaking, of course, on many things, but the main idea is we are speaking things that we have implemented or the things that we will implement. Usually we speak about the things that we have implemented. Okay,
yes.
Then, yeah. So because there are many people speak about some funny ideas, they always be very concrete. So what is doable, we speak. What is not doable, maybe we speak some other time. Okay. And I can say then in January this year, we started with the X Spaces. These are an AI and a Web3 topics today, AI-based wallet auditing. Why do we need it? And yeah, this is the number 22. Now, before we dive now deep into the topic, now, Tarmo, would you like to say as well some words about smart credit and ChainAware?
Yes, smart credit was our first very successful initiative. It's first of a kind. It is fixed term, fixed interest, borrowing, lending platform. And when you are today in DeFi, in decentralized finance, most of it is unfixed, no term lending, borrowing, and you don't know what are your borrowing costs, or as a lender, how much you earn. And we offer a platform. It's live, it's used, it has a lot of users, a lot of volume, and it is fixed interest, fixed term, borrowing, lending. And it was actually beginning of ChainAware, because what we needed in smart credit was credit score. We calculated credit score of users. It was also some 3-4 years ago. And there we started with those algorithms, which later became ChainAware. But Martin, you can tell the story better, how ChainAware emerged.
Okay, yes, ChainAware emerged out of smart credit, so particularly the credit score we did first. So we did a credit scoring based on the blockchain history. Okay, we included as well on the beginning a little bit off-chain data, but this off-chain data access was very much limited, which is actually beautiful for ideas. Like the credit score should be calculated based on the transaction history and the transaction data, and to include less than off-chain components now. But for credit score, of course, credit score is based on a cash flow analytics, but for credit score, you need as well a fraud detection, because you cannot get a good credit score if you have pretty many fraud behaviors. So we developed fraud detection algorithm. We did this with the AI. And that's how we then did the credit score. But then we realized that the AI-based fraud detection, that's already a high value in himself. And we launched this then when it was February 2023. We launched then the fraud detection. Practically, we predict based on the blockchain history, then fraud happening in the future, not in the past. We are predicting things happening in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So. Mm-hmm. And this was the first step. Then we saw that it's possible to do the AI. And let's have it, it's a 98% prediction capability. 98% we predict, prediction accuracy, we predict things happening in the future before they happen. So think again. Then we launched as well a rug pull detection. Now, okay, for the new listeners, let's say rug pulls are very common, let's say, in certain blockchains like a Solana or Pump.fun. I mean, 99% rug pulls, or a little bit more. Okay, in the Pancake, 95 to 98% rug pulls. So the issue with the rug pull is rug pull happens, the investors, they lose everything. Now, if you're trading, you make some loss, you make some profit. Okay, you lose maybe 20%, you lose 50%. If it's a rug pull, you lose everything. So simple.
Yeah,
100%
100%.
total loss. And we did predictive analytics, predicting which pools will be rug pulled in the future, not in the past. It's not some statistical whining pod. Oh, I was rug pulled now. We are predicting this and this addresses, this and these pools. They will be rug pulled in the future. So we predict that is happening in the future. So rug pull detecting. Then we launched Wallet Auditor. And today we are focusing very much on the Wallet Auditor. We speak as well about fraud detection. So, okay, the Wallet Auditor we launched, and we started to predict even more behaviors. It's not only like that is fraud, that is rug pull. We started to predict like the user's behavior, who is the past borrower, but who is the future borrower, not who is the past lender, but who is the future lender, not who is the past trader, who is the future trader, and with high, medium, low probability. And we started to predict user behavior as well, user experience. We calculated predicting the user's risk willingness to take a risk. Some people will accept risk, some people don't accept risk. And so we started to calculate a lot of behavioral characteristics. So practically, who is the person then behind the blockchain? Because we are the blockchain, we are leaving traces of our behavior. And from this behavior, from these traces, we can calculate them pretty much. And then in ChainAware, we realized that this wallet auditing, we can connect this with an ad technology, like Web3 ad tech. And we did it. And we added a targeting system. Okay, this is in ChainAware, it's more for the B2B clients. That's for the enterprise solution. So the retail solution, they are fraud detection, they are rug pull detection, they are wallet auditor. We can share this data. But then, okay, the wallet auditing data is then used for the targeting, for the Web3 ad tech. Because if you know the user behavior, then it's much easier to target the user. So, okay, that's then ChainAware. And of course, then today's topic is focused on ChainAware. Today's topic, okay, less on ChainAware. Today's topic is a general discussion about AI-based wallet auditing and wallet auditing in general. So why do we need it? Yeah. Okay, let's get started.
Let's dive in, Martin, and let's start with Web 2. Not first with Web 3. Let's start with Web 2.
Oh, okay, Tarmo, yeah, please.
Yeah. And who do you trust in Web 2? And this is the key question. And guys, if you grow as personalities, if you grow as founders, then you will figure out that actually the question, who do you trust, is your key question. And it's just as a by-side note. When we go over to Web 2, Web 2 has, for B2B business, for example, there is, who is your partner. You know name, you know address, you know account. And in B2B, you have good first and pay later. And then you have all credit info, you have transaction history, you know with whom you are doing a business. You know your partners. And the same is if you have business to customer or more retail style business. You know also your customer's name, address, account. There is a lot of credit scoring system, credit info. You know a lot of them. You know who they are in reality. You know where they live. You know their account. You know their maybe some more data. And if you go even over to banking, then we have all KYC, know your client, AML, and transaction monitoring, and all the stuff. And what we have in Web 2 is there is number of mechanisms. How do you identify which trust level you offer to your clients or with partners? It's all established, Martin. Yeah, please.
And there are as well a contract system. So you do the contracts, many are like the default standard contracts, terms and conditions, and so And if something doesn't happen, there is a court system. Of course, now if the contract participants are different jurisdictions, then it's getting a little bit complex. But there is a court system, so as well. So, but what Tarmo wants to say, if you're in the Web 2, there's a much more visibility, and there's a credit info available. There's a credit scoring available. We know with whom we are dealing. Now, just imagine that you have these online retail platforms when you're purchasing. Is it now some? But I don't want now to make any advertisement for any online retailers. Okay, let's say Amazon. So Amazon has your credit info. They know how creditability you are. So, but so as well any retailer, no, but so as well in any business to business in a web. So practically this information is there. And of course, the users are looking with a good credit history, then that's a seamless integration. Yes, it is a seamless integration because there's so much data in the background.
Yeah, and now switch over, Martin, to Web3. In Web3, all you know is blockchain address. You don't know name, you don't know address, you don't know birthday. You all you know is just address of your potential partners or clients. And as a founder, you get daily like 20 scam messages. You get like messages. Oh, do you want to do listing? Do you want to marketing? Do you want to do some Twitter calls? Do you want a developer, etc.? And you are just scammed all the day along. And which of those anonymous guys can you take seriously? And this is the issue. You just know the address, and then you try to verify these guys and ask, hey, can you contact me over LinkedIn? And then often they say, oh, I don't have LinkedIn or Facebook, or they send you a spoofed email, but you can track by email metadata. And they even create in LinkedIn fake profiles. So it's all what we have now in Web3. If you are a founder in Web3, your daily you get a lot of messages.
Okay, Dharma, but okay, we are founders. We can speak of experience of founders, but I think this happens as well pretty much with regular users. So we are maybe a little bit more experienced in this listing offers because it's kind of targeted on us. We are like a co-founder, so and we are targeting with all these fake listing offers or fake marketing offers or fake developers or fake calls and fake. And then of course, if you are entering the sector, and probably the same is like with the retail users when they're entering the sector, they will get as well these fake offers now. And the question is just, whom do you trust? Like there's a nice picture, there is a nice chatting guy. Okay, but you get this fake offer, so what do you do? That's the next step. And okay, and we'll speak about this. So, okay, we raise the issue and we provide a solution. We are not just raising the issues. So.
It is real life, but let's dive in. Why do we have this situation?
And even these things, before, why do we have this situation about LinkedIn? Even if you get in a LinkedIn profiles, there are so many LinkedIn profiles. Like you're getting, these LinkedIn profiles are getting prepared, and probably then more. Okay, we are receiving, not very often, but every week, like, I don't know, several funny offers, and some are even offering fake verification means, and so on. So even LinkedIn, now in a Web3 related, is getting flooded by this, how do we call it, social engineering. And yeah, okay, now let's get to this topic. Why does it happen? Why there is so much this like a fraud and scamming and this kind of behavior in a Web3? So that's behind this, Tarmo. So
yes, and this is a topic which is a kind of nobody talks about it. Why does it happen? And the answer is actually in social psychology. It is not a technological issue. It's an issue of social psychology. And there are hundreds or thousands of experiments, and if you have systems where participants are anonymous,
Like
and
blockchain?
like a blockchain, and they don't get feedback, then it goes very fast into a direction that participants start behaving below established social norms. It happens very fast. Often, if you start such an experiment, after 20 minutes, most of participants are already below the line. And but what is happening? And if you have anonymity, and if you don't get feedback, and if nobody knows who you are, you can have thousands of addresses, and I use this address, I use another address. You can do fraudulent or unethical behavior, and you can have fully fraudulent behavior. Nobody will punish you. You don't get feedback about it, and it is from this viewpoint, it's already quite obvious, just social psychology, that we have these bad behaviors. And now what happens?
Let's call it as well a game theory. Like one is social psychology, how the humans are behaving. That is a game theory. Now let's imagine a scammer, someone, a small scammer is joining the sector, and because he has a certain personality trait, he starts scamming, or because he realizes he can be anonymous and there are no control mechanism, he starts scamming. And now we enter the game theory. He does one scam and he's earning and he's not getting punished. He will do a second game, maybe a little bit bigger. He's earning, he's not getting punished. And what it means, you are in the environment, you are in this like a game theory where your actions, they're not getting punished, and you're actually benefiting for the bad actions. Sure. And what does it mean? This person tends to make these actions even more and more. Now, and then we are getting to these scam farms, and so on. So with very advanced, like for one side, telecommunication, with a very advanced, okay, we see it like now telecoms, this funny communication. So, and this getting more advanced because the bad behavior is honored and you're not punished.
Yes, you are incentivized. If you do all these scams, if you do fraudulent behavior, you can earn in blockchain very fast a lot. And this is financial you have incentivized are incentivized to behave in bad way. And because there is no punishment and nobody gets your feedback, there is no social control, nobody looks at you in a bad way, because nobody knows who you are behind this address. And when you then get this positive feedback cycle that, oh, I do fraudulent behavior, I earn, the next time you do a bigger scam, then you do a scam farm, and nobody stops it. It just grows. And this is what we see in blockchain, is just it just pushes people into a kind of behavior we often in a
regular life we don't tolerate. But
regular life, we don't tolerate. Please, Martin.
Oh, okay. Now is the question: is this good or bad? And so people can say, "Look, so what?" Now, actually, it's not so what, because Tarmo and I, we are the Web3 fans, because it's a major technological paradigm change for the custodial, the self-custodial system. And the idea is, of course, that more and more people get excited about the system, that more and more people are joining into the system. Now, but if new joiners are then confronted with this kind of scammers and so, let's say scam farms, very advanced technologies on the other side. So, of course, they're getting scammed, they're getting frauded, they're getting grappled. And you're getting grappled once, you're getting scammed 2 or 3 times, you're getting
Martin, in Twitter, I saw somebody was grappled 128 times.
Okay, this I don't know what to say. But the result is these new joiners are saying like, hey, that's not a good place to be, and they are exiting. they are living the place. Although it's a major technological paradigm, it's a major innovation. We have been speaking about this major innovation from the point of view of the unit cost, because we'll take a unit cost down, unit cost of a business process down. They're much more effective than if you compare it with Web 2, Web 1, with a pre-Web 1, the unit cost. Unit cost massively much better in the Web 3 industry. But if people are entering, it's not only a question of the unit cost, it's the question of the trust and trust in a full ecosystem. And so what is happening now, on one side, the all Web3 ecosystem, it will grow much faster if the trust issue will be solved. Now, but if the trust issue is not solved, then we are getting this, let's say, like this kind of this scam farms, like a cancer in the organization, which is eating away the energy of the Web3 ecosystem. And Web3 ecosystem is growing much less than it will grow in the opposite scenario. So it's not just a question of the scammers and so on.
It's the ecosystem.
It's the full ecosystem.
Yeah. It inhibits the growth of ecosystem, this massive incentivized fraudulent behavior, scam behavior that we have in blockchain.
Okay, and so we are getting from here to the trust question. So, okay, like because it's we spoke now at the beginning. Okay, today is like a very abstract. We should maybe make some parallels to the ChainAware, how we detect the trust. Okay, let me say like before how we do it. We detect the trust. We do the wallets audit. It's based on blockchain data. U address, and it's not about U address. It's about U address history. U address history is the best business card for you. It will tell so much about you, because we spoke in the beginning about that we have a wallet audit, which is predicting user behavior. We spoke that we have a fraud detector, which is predicting which addresses will do fraud in the future, not in the past, in the future. Which one, who will be fraudulent in the future? Which contracts will do the rug pull in the future? So, and all this data, like all the future behavior, it can be calculated based on the blockchain history. So that means the blockchain as a trust engine. And so we're getting the trust, because if you want the ecosystem to grow, but the ecosystem grow, we need ecosystem participants to trust each other. Now the same is like in a regular retail economy, regular, let's say, brick and mortar economy. I know who my counterparty is, or if I'm a retailer, I know the credit info of my clients. So I let him buy stuff because I know his credit info. Now, okay, if the credit info is bad, then of course I will put some checks. Pay in advance in a place. Now, but you see, in the brick and mortar ecosystem, this issue has been solved, the trust issue. But now in the Web3 ecosystem, we want Web3 ecosystem to grow, but the trust issue has not been solved.
Yeah, and Martin, this is now the biggest issue in blockchain. Blockchain is technology. And but when you take now all blockchains, then they say, oh, we have consensus algorithms, and these consensus algorithms guarantee trust. Even if we have adversaries 50% or 2/3, depending on algorithm, we still have trust in all systems. But now these are different trust levels, so trust topics. When we talk about blockchain as a whole trust, then it means that if somebody wants to send in wrong transactions, this is solved by, or modifies transactions, this is solved by consensus algorithms. But what remains is that if you have anonymous participants, can I trust this participant or can't I trust this participant? And this is completely different issue than this original consensus algorithms-based trust. So we have two kinds of trust in blockchain. One of them is solved, and the second is what we are talking about, it that you have anonymous address, you don't know who is your client or partner, you don't know, can I trust him, cannot I trust him? And it is like a big issue for all this technology. Technology is great. However, it has forgot social psychology, and especially that in anonymous environment, without feedback, people start behaving badly, Martin. And It's like designed into a blockchain that this bad behavior happens.
And the question is, what could balance it out? Okay, it's a social psychology can explain this thing. Game theory can explain this thing. Now, what will be the counterbalance? What is the countermeasure? Because if these countermeasures are not created, if these countermeasures are not deployed, then it's about the Web3 ecosystem growth. Now let's make a parallel. Let's make a parallel in regular daily life. You go into the retailer, you buy some food, and let's say you have now to calculate about some frauds and so on. Of course, it was not go to this retailer if you know there is a fraud chance, and so you go to another retailer. Now the issue in blockchain is we don't have this information. Whom do we trust and whom not to trust? So all this trust system that we have in the regular economy solved is not solved. And all this discussion that Tarmo said about trust in blockchain, this is this consensus algorithmical. It's a data transactional level trust. On data transactional level, we have now the human trust. We as a people trust each other. So let's look on the retail history on the retailer. So like when the Web2 emerged as well. Like okay, the payment mechanism. Why is the payment mechanism? We have the credit cards because credit cards are connected to the credit scores. So from credit card, you get to the credit score. From credit score, you know how much do I can sell in advance to someone, or how much I can not sell to someone in advance. Okay, this trust system is solved in a Web2 economy, in the retail economy before the Web2 and so on. But if you're in the blockchain, it's not solved. And like Tarmo explained, and if it's not solved, the countermeasures are not deployed. We are getting this kind of pretty, let's say, high risk environment when everyone has to watch out for himself. Of course, people are learning, but the point being, some people need longer time to learn. Some people are exiting after first or second negative experiences, although maybe they will stay longer in the sector. Practically, we are inhibiting the growth of Web3 by not deploying the means, like the countermeasures to these scamming firms, this social psychology resulted scamming firms, to this game theory. So it's not deployed. So, and okay, that's what you're speaking. And yeah, that's these two trust levels. The one is a blockchain consensus. Like everyone is speaking about this. I think some years ago there were big IDOs on some blockchains. Everyone spoke about some different consensus mechanisms. Yeah, it's a technology. Now on this technology we have human behavior. How do we check now? Whom do we trust? Whom do we not trust? And yeah, and so this leads into the question. Okay, how to establish trust in a Web3? So okay, let's jump to this question. Yes, Tarmo. How do we establish trust in Web3?
Yeah, and you have talked what the answer is. In Web3, we have transaction history. If you have an address which you have used 10 or I don't know 5 or 3 years, you have a lot of transactions, and this is very high quality financial data, and with very high prediction power. And it is not like data from some social network or search behavior data, where you have maybe not so high accuracy. Financial data has enormously high accuracy in doing predictions. And what you can do is you can use just AI algorithms and calculate trust for an address. And what you can then do is, for example, somebody comes to me and says, "Oh, I will do listing for you, cost only so many dollars and best offer." And then I ask him, "Okay, what is your Ether address and or Binance address? And please make an audit for it and sign it with your key." And if she or he signs it and I see the audit, then I see everything what is calculated out of this address. I see how much I can trust him. I see what is profile of this user, what he has done. And if it is signed, then I know she has or he has the private key to sign this address. And this is like a proof of trust. This history or this wallet audit when you calculate it from transaction history and you sign it, it is proof. This is me. This is my behavior. This is how I am as a human, my way of living. And this is what you can see from a wallet audit. It's the same like in Web2 or Web1 systems. We just know who the customer is. We have collected data about him, and we know what his behavior is, and we know exactly which customer does behave at. And then we have linked behavior of user and what the user does to address and signed it cryptographically. And this is the mechanism how we can establish human-to-human trust. We are not talking about now consensus algorithm. We are talking human-to-human trust. If you have two anonymous people and they share their wallet audit, they sign it, then they can look, oh, this is profile of this wallet, I will trust, I will not trust. And then they can make both educated decision. Will they go over to some negotiations phase or so? Will they do some business deal? And this would be approach that you add these behavioral characteristics to the address and you sign it, and then you know who is the person behind, who is human behind, and how this human will act. Martin.
And yes, and in ChainAware we have this feature. There is a wallet auditor, there is a predictive fraud detector, there's a predictive rug pull detector, and then there is a feature called Share My Audit. Now, to do the Share My Audit, you sign in with your wallet, or which wallet you want to have audit, and you get this unique link. And this unique link you can then share with everyone, with anyone. You can put it on Twitter, put it on Telegram, and so this unique link then, okay, for one side it proves you have signed it, so that you are the wallet owner, and then everyone can, in ChainAware, for free, see via this link, what is your fraud prediction? Like, are you trustable? What is your experience? Like, if you pretend to be an experienced blockchain guy, okay, do the wallet audit, share it. So, what is your risk profile? Okay, what are your intentions? Are you a trader, borrower, a lender? Like, all these calculations. Okay, of course, you see as well which transaction categories someone has done, which protocols he has used. You see as well forensic data about the user. So particularly, you see a lot of predictive data, and you see a lot of let's call it descriptive data, like forensic data and the protocols used, which is a descriptive data. And you can make now educated decision. Do you want to interact with this person or not now? But did you notice that actually we do not need KYC here? Because if you think Web2, you always have a KYC, like you register somewhere, okay, you have to enter the credit card. A credit card is a way to get to the KYC, okay. Okay, so, okay, credit card is linked with your credit score, or a credit card to get the KYC. So that's what the retail Web2 is solving the issue. But now if you're in the Web3, so it's actually enough to have the blockchain address and to sign it now. And if someone is signing the address via Share My Audit, and he sends it to you, and there are no transactions, or maybe there are too little transactions, okay, then ChainAware classifies this as a new address. And of course, if someone is sending a new address, then please send me your real address.
Yeah, Martin, imagine there comes a big call, key opinion leader for says I'm this call, and you do wallet audit for him and see he has done 2 transactions. Oh, something's wrong. Or the same if somebody is developer and the same. And it shows you it's a behavior of users. And what you said, Martin, now is that we have anonymous address and we don't need actually KYC. What we need is behavioral profile of the key owner. And this is what is wallet audit. And if you do KYC, it's also actually what you are interested as a company is how the user behaves. You are not really interested what this is exact KYC. You are interested for his behavior. Will I do deals with this customer? And what we have here is we have behavior, and to sign your behavior, and you link it to address, you publish it, and then everybody can decide, will I do deals with this address or person behind address or not. And this is actually peak innovation. We don't need KYC, we need wallet audit. And second, it solves the human-to-human interaction in anonymous environments. You know with whom you will, you can decide with whom I interact and with whom I don't interact. And in wallet audit, you have all this data, a lot of data that you use in classical Web1, Web2 systems to identify behavioral profile of a user. And this is an all in. You don't need them even in these Web1, Web2 systems. And when you have your behavior signed, everybody knows, okay, this guy is acting like this. Is it okay for me? Is it not okay for me? And this is this gap that we have currently in blockchain technology. And what we are speaking about, Martin, is that we have to link this transaction mechanism or blockchain with the AI technology. We have to bring these two technologies together, and this is then real Web3. Real Web3 is when we connect blockchain technology with AI.
With the AI prediction, we need a prediction engine. Now, let me add some more words about now. If you speak of the wallet audit and sharing my wallet audit, now we spoke about how it works in Web2. Like the platforms have access to the credit info, meaning the platforms can query credit info systems, and they know how creditable, let's say, whoever is ordering down these platforms is. Okay, it's beautiful. Now, this is a business to business that's available for the businesses. Now, if you are just a regular user, if you are a regular user now on the blockchain, if you are like you have a Telegram account, you're getting some Telegram groups, you see something interesting, some people are contacting you. Actually, in Web2, you have no means to figure out the credit rating as an individual. It's for the businesses. The businesses can figure out the credit rating of other businesses. Businesses can figure out the credit rating of individuals. But that's then if you are individual to individual. You don't have this means now. But if you take now this share my wallet audit, this is for businesses. Business like a retail businesses on B2C. It's as well C2C, consumer to consumer.
We have even more than traditional Web1, Web2. Yeah, C2C trust.
C2C trust, and B2B trust, and B2C trust, and C2P trust. So trust in all these B and C combinations. And we say, and we offer this in ChainAware for free, the wallet auditor. Of course, like if you start to do a more course, like then in some moment it will go into paid versions, but for the regular users, it's enough. You do the wallet audit, or you share your wallet audit that others can see your wallet audit. And looking on someone's wallet audit, it's totally free. So, meaning it's a way to create trust, because we spoke about the social psychology, which leads to the adverse behavior in anonymous system. We spoke about the game theory, which leads as well to the adverse behavior, because the not so good behavior is getting honored. It's getting incentivized now, and there are no blockage mechanisms. There's nothing that blocks it. There's no information available. There are no tools available to say I don't want to deal with these addresses. Now, let me just make one little parallel. Take a Twitter. Like in a Twitter, anyone can write anything. Yeah, I fully agree. We love Elon Musk. Beautiful. The freedom of speech. Beautiful. But Twitter has as well a community notes. So if someone is really writing something fully weird, this post will get the community notes. And
yes, it's a this is feedback mechanism.
So there's a feedback mechanism. So that means in every system that you're creating, where you're dealing with social psychology, where you're dealing with a game theory, like a humans game theory, we need some feedback system. We need a verification system. And So in blockchain so far, it's not there. And what we are saying now with the ChainAware wallet auditor, it's there. Anyone can check any audit. Anyone can check any wallet for free. Anyone can share his own wallet audit for free. Anyone can look on others' wallet audit for free. And de facto, it's a trust engine, so that we are putting now on top of this blockchain consensus system a trust engine. But it's not only a trust engine in terms of fraud predictability, like wallet audit, like say calculates much more. And we are showing everything that we're calculating per every address. And then it's the user's choice. Does he want to deal with someone who is very experienced or not so experienced, with someone who is a high risk profile or low risk profile, with someone who is a little bit more fraudulent or totally non-fraudulent, or someone who wants to be a borrower, someone who wants to be a trader. And all this information is there. Practically what happens, the blockchain history of your address, or your addresses plural, it becomes your business card. So the longer you're on the blockchain,
and your brand, Martin, also your brand, your personal brand.
You say it becomes your personal brand. Now, if you want to make some deals, C2C, C2B, B2C, it's your personal brand. You say, hey, here is my blockchain history. You don't need some credit info or whatever. Here is your blockchain address with all the transactions. Share it. Sure. But now, if you're doing, let's say, now some fraudulent things, of course, this address, the AI algorithms is then saying, look, you have bad behaviors, you have bad patterns, so it's getting punished. Now, what happens then? Then this scammer who had this bad behavior, he has to create a new address. He has to start from scratch. Now, if he's doing again a bad behavior, okay, he's destroying his address. He has to start again from scratch. And okay, now how many times will the scammer start from scratch? 1, 2, 3, and at one point he understands he will need a proper address with a proper transaction history. And maybe he has then this scam histories beside, which he then will probably lose very fast. Or he's creating all the time new addresses, but if you create new addresses, you're telling like, hey, give me the real address, don't give me the new address. So, and which means via this feedback system, like we say, Twitter has a community notes. So, and I think a similar system except it exists on other Web2 platforms too. We are creating like some control mechanisms. We are creating the countermeasures. This is social psychology, countermeasures to this game theory that we have.
These incentives to behave badly. These are countermeasures for blockchain participants to start behaving badly. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Which leads then that the full ecosystem, which is getting a much higher trust level between the participants, because the scammers, the fraudsters, the rug pullers, okay, they will have an issue in the ecosystem. Of course, they will go maybe on the new chains where this old technology is not yet existing, and so of course it's possible. But step by step, we are moving on every chain. So that means the area where the scamming will become possible is getting less and less. So meaning the trust in the ecosystem is growing. Okay, yes. Okay, these are two trust questions. One is then the trust on the consensus level, and the other the trust behave between human behaviors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
please go on, Martin.
And I just wanted to ask a question. What are the alternatives actually there? Are there any alternatives? Yeah.
Yes. Very good question, Martin. It is funny, but there were, I don't know, some years ago, blockchains were created where KYC was part of every address. You had to do KYC. So
permission blockchains. Yep.
Permission blockchains. You want to be anonymous, but no, you are not anonymous. You have to be permission. Everybody has to know who you are. And then why do we need then at all blockchains? This was not clear for me. If you don't use this technology, and there are still many permission blockchains today, and it looks like people thought it's a solution that you can fight all fraudulent activities or this psychology effects in blockchains. But this is also evolution into a wrong path, because users go into blockchain where is innovation. users don't go into blockchain where they just are restricted, like by all KYC forms, and so users want to have innovative blockchains, and so even please.
You see this KYC. KYC in the blockchains means permission blockchains. Okay, there are several. If you're looking on the CoinGecko, you will find several of them too. But let's make a hypothetical, like a scenario thinking. Let's say there is this KYC is there. Okay, now let's say there are 10,000 KYC addresses on this blockchain. Beautiful. But whom do I trust now? Different people have different trust levels. What is the credit score? Like if I'm now in a Web2 industry, everyone has a credit score. Now, what is then the credit score? How do I calculate the credit score of this gentleman? Like let's say 10,000 KYC addresses now in this hypothetical scenario. It means even if I'm creating a KYC blockchain, meaning a permissioned blockchain, I still need to do some credit scoring / and auditing. Now we are getting here. Actually, why do you want to do the KYC? So because you have to do the credit scoring, which is then actually part of auditing, or which leads to the auditing. You have to do it anyhow. Because this KYC is just this initial. Okay, it helps with the crypto AML, good, but the crypto AML doesn't tell now you anything how the guy will behave in the future. So crypto AML only.
And Martin, we are not talking about these documents which are used for KYC, how they are generated, or where this. Okay, better not to talk about it, and not to mention it. And this is already like where the trust start. If you go with falsified documents into KYC process, you have already falsified KYC. So what was the benefit? No benefit, and it's not working. This approach with this permission blockchain. What you need is like a stamp on your behavior. This is me. This is how I'm behaving. This is my brand. Do you want to make business deals with me? And yeah, that's it. And it's the same like in Web1, Web2. Oh, I have had several meetings with this partner. I know how he thinks. I know how he thinks. I will do with him deals, or no, I will not do with him deals. And this is what we need. And in blockchain, in these public blockchains, we have all the data to calculate this behavior and send a cryptographic sign. This is who I am. This is how I'm behaving. And publish it and say, you want to deal with me or not? It's your choice. This is my behavioral profile. And this is the countermeasure for all this fraudulent behavior we have currently, or scam behavior, etc., what we have because of anonymity in blockchain. And what I really hope that this issue of we talk a lot of in blockchain like incentive design, but we forget always that in anonymous systems your incentive is to go over a kind of non borderline behaviors, and we have to take learnings from social psychology and bring them into technology. And this is what we have done in ChainAware. When we can now really bring out these profiles that everybody can sign, this is my behavior, this is me, nobody knows who I am, but this is how I'm behaving. It solves the trust issue for human, or for customer to customer interactions. Martin.
Yes, everyone can sign it, and everyone can check any other address. Anyone can check any address, and we keep it in small amount of checks. We keep it free. Of course, if someone wants to make more checks, more audits, then he has to enter business accounts, business subscriptions. So now, but of course now the hackers will say, and the scammers will say, hey, they're countermeasures. Of course. Okay, but what are they? They can use new addresses. But now if you're in the Web3, then okay, if someone is sending you a new address and he claims to be a service provider, then asking the question, am I the first potential client? Or probably not. So now he can switch to other addresses. Yeah, but there's a clustering technology. You can cluster addresses. Just a flow of how the funds are flowing between the addresses. Now, so that means even these countermeasures, which could be then implemented against this, is it then the new addresses or then switching to another addresses or building up the addresses? With the clustering, you will find out even more. So, like, and these algorithms which we are developing, of course, they're getting stronger and stronger too. So, my point being, now there's always like it's always like a fine balance. The good behavior, bad behavior. So both sides are learning. But if you have this AI-based system, let's say, what are the chances of your opponent? Because that's the beauty of the AI. It's just calculating, you're retraining, you're adding these new scams. Let's say some guys will be successful with the scams, but the scams are going to this scam databases. From scam databases, they're picked up, they're going to the training models. The AI models are trained with them. They will recognize the scam patterns. So that means the adversary has to be very creative then to counteract this system. Meaning counteracting this system will be so expensive. Just then ask the question: is there a sense? Does it make financial sense to counteract this system at all? Let's make a parallel to the Web 2. In a Web 2, like a credit scoring service, a credit scoring system is very strong. Credit card systems are very strong. The credit info is very strong. Okay, and there it went a little bit different. It went to the identity theft, meaning your credit cards, credit card information is stolen and then someone is doing transactions on your name. So we are a little bit identity theft. Okay, but this is catched now with transaction monitoring. Okay, that's a separate topic, transaction monitoring. Okay, we have solutions for transaction monitoring too. Okay. But point being, like when these systems are introduced, that you're speaking, you adversaries monetary benefits that he's getting from this game theory, they will disappear. And for you adversaries to implement countermeasures to these systems is getting highly expensive. Now, which means we are implicitly training people to behave how they should behave on the system. Because if they behave badly, they will lose a lot. They will lose their trust. They will get a bad scores, be it the C2C, C2B, B2C, or B2B. Now, because you see that's this financial calculation. How much benefit you get for the bad behavior, and this is the benefit when it disappears. Then we are getting these social norms that we have in the retail economy. We have in the social norms, okay, you should do fraud, you should do this and this. Of course, this is impersonations. Okay, that's another topic. We'll not go on this. So, and that's why this social norm emerged, because the negative behavior, there was no benefit anymore from the negative behavior. The social norm established. Now, and if you get on a Web3 on the same level, that there is no benefit from the negative bad behavior, the social norm of non-fraudulent behavior will establish on the blockchain. So just so if the cost of your adversary will be too high, he will stop with the negative behavior. Just wanted to add this, Tarmo. Yeah.
Yes, and this is when we now bring this AI technology and the blockchains together. This is innovation and it opens the real potential of Web3. Martin, I just noticed we have soon we have 2 minutes left, and maybe let's try to summarize today's.
Please. Yeah, let's start.
And what I just want to say is that as a summary, in Web 2 we have number of mechanisms how we establish trust and how you find out how your partner or customers behave. And in blockchains we currently don't have it. We have anonymity issue, and anonymity leads to bad behavior, especially if there is no feedback and you are incentivized for bad behavior, what we have in blockchain. And what we have is technology, AI-based technology, Web3 Audit, And with this technology, we can establish again trust in anonymous environment. You can select with which parties you can do transactions or deals. And this would be summary from my side, Martin. I see future really bright when we bring these technologies together. We solve this area in blockchain, but is not originally considered by original design. And
actually, we will facilitate the growth of the Web3. We will facilitate by massive growth, because if we enable this trust/feedback system, like the Twitter community knows, or what has been established in the retail economy, or the Web1 economy, or in the Web2 economy. So this results that the social norms in the blockchain are established, because there are always tools then to verify non-positive behavior, negative behavior. The tools are there. Anyone can verify anyone. So now the other thing, KYC will not be required, because it's your blockchain history that is your business card. So, and like Tarmo, you say, this is a perfect thing for you to say today. It's your blockchain history becomes your personal brand. So it's your door opener. You want to do a deal somewhere, you want to apply for a job, you want to do some other things. Hey, here is my blockchain history. Here is my card. You want to deal with me, or don't you want to deal with me? So, freedom of contract, freedom of choice. So
yes,
and
freedom of contract.
Freedom of contract. So, and it's a blockchain history which is your business card, which is way for you to create a trust, which is way to work with other people together. You don't need to pretend to be someone else. You are who you are, and other people, they decide they want to work with you or not based on your blockchain history. So, yeah. So that's this, and that's the idea of the wallet audit. Okay, because we decided today is then the X space number 22. We have done so many X spaces every 2 weeks. We're doing X spaces. We're speaking a lot about AI. We're speaking a lot about Web3. We're speaking a lot about Web3 ad tech, advertisement technology, how to solve the crowd problem in a Web3. Okay, we have solutions. What is how to solve the crowd problem in a Web3? And today, today's focus was then on the wallet audit, which indirectly then means how do we solve the trust problem in a Web3. So on one side, then ChainAware is working to solve the trust problem in a Web3. From other side, we're working to solve the code problem in a Web3. So, and in all is this possible via utilizing this AI technology, AI analysis of blockchain histories. All data is there. It just needs to be analyzed. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Starting to speak now.
And go to ChainAware and have a look on wallet audit and share wallet audits. Then you see how this mechanism is working, and then you see that there is a solution for all this anonymous environment. There is a solution in place, and let's use it.
Okay, guys. Then it's 1 hour. We try always to speak it on, keep it on 1 hour. We will put the recording as well on our YouTube. I think most of recordings are there, but probably the last one is not there. We will add the last one. We will add this one. So look on our YouTube. Okay, youtube.com. At ChainAware. Look on our Twitter again at ChainAware. Okay, we have Telegram group too, but Twitter is pretty active too. So join on our channels and yeah, please use the tools. They're free to use. So thank you all. So have a nice day. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.